What movie comes to mind when I say Marvel? Does Avengers End Game or does Iron Man pop up for you? Well, it doesn't matter. That question doesn't matter. What matters is how I rank the MCU movies. Now, we got all the movies from Iron Man to Spider-ManNoWayHome. So, let's just go down this list of movies and see which I think is S and which I think is F. So, let's do that, shall we? Alright, first we got Iron Man. Now, the first Iron Man is good, but it's one of those things where the villain is the hero, but bad. So that's a D tier movie. It's not horrible, but it's still pretty good. Now, Hulk, that's F. Because they literally had to recast Bruce Banner. So that's what makes it F, honestly. Iron Man 2, same amount of hype as Iron Man. It's good. It's like the suit still doesn't look that good, and like Whiplash is an alright villain. Yes, there's some cool moments with the flip and suitcase suit up, but not that good. Captain America, that is a classic movie. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's bad. I would definitely say it's a good movie. But that's why it's a C, because it's good, but not great. Thor, that's an F, because it drug on for way too long. Avengers, that's a C tier movie. It's the very first team up movie, so that's why it's a C, and it's also very low budget, so it looks really weird. I mean, it's not that low budget. It's not like it's just $15,000 or like $1,000, but it's still pretty fucking cheap. Like, anyway, Iron Man 3. It's a little bit better than the first two, not gonna lie. But introducing the Mandarin just to be a joke, that's kind of stupid. And then introducing a villain that has no relevance to the frickin'... yeah. Or had some stupid origin story about a villain, sort of. Thor the Dark World, as bad as hype as Thor. Not gonna lie, Thor movies aren't that good until we get later down the road with Thor Ragnarok, and probably Love and Thunder. I feel like Love and Thunder is gonna be a good movie. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, that one is better than the classic, and better than these two films, I think. Because there's the elevator scene, and then there's Falcon gets introduced, which is the new Captain America now, so this movie is just amazing. Now, Avengers Age of Ultron, I gotta put that movie with frickin' C. Also, there's a falling city, and like, there's like, and then the frickin' strongest character is introduced. I don't know who that is. It could be Vision, it could be Wanda, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy, D. I don't like it necessarily. I mean, yes, Groot, that's the oldest Groot we're ever gonna get back, and it's gonna be a while until we get an older Groot, I don't know. But yeah, it's just a space movie, and I didn't really like it, and it felt like a Star Wars movie. And then they introduced another Infinity Stone, which in Thor the Dark World, I understand they introduced an Infinity Stone. It's important, but it's not good. The Dark Elves aren't even good. Now, Ant-Man, that's a B tier movie, because the shrinking element was amazing, and so that's why I like it so much. Now, Civil War, on the other hand, that is, again, I don't know. I'm depicting if should be an S or an A, because it's a really good movie. It gives us Spider-Man, and it's like, it's a war movie. Like, they tricked us with, like, a long time ago when they were introducing these movies. They said it was going to be Serpent Society. We were just going to be confused. We were just going to accept it. But then they went back to it, and then they introduced Civil War. Like, they haven't tricked us again like a title like that. So that is why it's an A tier, because they tricked us and then it's a. I love the scene when they're running at each other at the airport. It's just so freaking good. But I don't know if it should be S or A, because I feel like there's some better movies down here that deserve. No, it deserves the S tier, because there's some movies here that I like, but not better than Civil War. Anyway, let's get to Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange has a movie coming out in May, and you should all go see it so you can see me, and then see the movie. That's a B tier movie. It's good. The visual effects are amazing, but it's like the copy and paste. Like they copied Doctor Strange and made him a villain. I know they're doing that in Multiverse of Madness, but they're doing it better in a sense. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I gotta say, that is also a B tier movie. Yes, this one is a lot better because Ego is such a good villain, and like the whole story between him being like a god explains why he could hold that stone without dying, and just good all around. Now, alright, Spider-Man Homecoming. That is also a B tier movie. Vulture was okay. I wouldn't say he's the best, but the other two Spider-Man movies are way better than this one, but it's still pretty good. Now, Thor Ragnarok, that is a freaking A tier movie. It's good, it's funny, it's great. Yes, it has no point in being in the MCU except for cutting his hair and making him lose an eye. Like, this movie is freaking amazing. It gives us Thor versus Hulk, a thing that we've been getting in every single Avengers movie, but better. Black Panther is a B tier movie. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's an amazing movie. It's everything, like, and I gotta rank it that high because Chadwick Boseman died, and Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, is going to be so good. I just want to see what they do with the Chadwick Pose passing on, and oh man. Avengers Infinity War, that is an A tier movie. They gave us hype of the heroes possibly winning, possibly losing, and when they finally do lose, it's just heartbroken. Ant-Man and the Wasp, that's a B tier. No, yeah, it's a B tier movie. It's good, him growing at that one scene, and then there's just multiple villains. I'm putting it down to a C. The Ghost wasn't that good of a villain. Freaking the other, like, it wasn't like the accident prevention guy or whatever the frick, like that. The whole like other story with Wasp. The Wasp stuff was great, amazing. But then his suit malfunctioning, like that, Captain Marvel, that is a F tier movie. I'm sorry, I'm not ranking it low. I am ranking it low, but I'm not ranking it low because it's a female lead. I'm ranking it low because it wasn't that good. Everyone doesn't like it. They just introduced her because it was like, ooh, Captain Marvel's coming, but like, okay, at the end of Infinity War, you're like, oh shit, Captain Marvel's coming. But then you see her movie, and it's like, oh shit. Like, this wasn't that good. I'm just putting it down there because this is literally how I feel. This is what Avengers End Game. I gotta give it A tier also because, no, I'll give it S. S is good. It's superior. It's amazing. They time travel, they bring back things from older movies, and it's just so good, and it's alright. Far From Home, I got a not D. Definitely not D. It's not that bad. It's good. I love Spider-Man No Far From Home. It's it's A. It's better than freaking Homecoming. Like, it's so good. Like, I went into the first screening at like me being like, Mysterio's bad. I know he's bad. And they played it so well. They did it so well. Mysterio revealing his identity at the very end was amazing. And the visual effects and Peter loving MJ and MJ figuring it out in the middle, and oh man, it was good. Black Widow, that one is also an F. Taskmaster was terrible. The jokes fell flat. Like, it was just not good. I didn't like it. The camera stopped recording. And she's dead. Like, why release a movie after she's dead? That is terrible. I mean, I understand if, like, there is a story going on with fucking Val on the show and here. Like, this was supposed to be the first time we ever saw her, and then in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we see her again, and I know that's trying to set up something, but we didn't need to set that up in Black Widow. We could have, like... And it would have been better if Yelena was telling a story to some kids about Black Widow, then I would have liked it then. But, like, it's just her own story. Like, oh, man, that was bad. Shang-Chi is not a B tier. That is an A tier movie. I've been saying this for a lot of them, but the visual effects and the practical stunts are amazing. Ugh, Shang-Chi is good. Eternals, B tier. It wasn't that good. Characters, these main characters, I couldn't even remember their names. And then that brings us to Spider-Man No Way Home. It's not F, not D, not C, not B. I just gotta scroll up. Not A, not S, but since I don't got it any higher tier, it's S. It's superior. If you haven't seen it, what the fuck are you doing? It's still in theaters. It came out in like December, and it's still in theaters. And it's March. It's been out for 3 months. Go freaking see it. Oh, it's amazing. This movie is not just amazing, it's superior. That's why it's an S tier. This movie is freaking amazing. If I could do any higher tier, I would. Spider-Man deserves it. Spider-Man No Way Home deserves a higher tier. Yes, there's some low points, but the low points get overridden in the final scenes. Spider-Man No Way Home is the best movie ever. No one can deny it. And yes, I know I have a DC poster in the back, but I also have a spoiler in the back. So it's amazing. Go watch this movie if you haven't already. It's still in theaters, like I said. Because I work at the cinema. If you didn't know, I have 2 videos telling you that I work at the cinema. 1, a guy broke into my car. And then 2, I'm just telling you stories about the cinema. Anyway, this is my ranking. S tier, Civil War, Avengers End Game, and Spider-Man No Way Home. A tier, I got Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Infinity War, Spider-Man Far From Home, Shang-Chi. B tier, I got Captain America, Winter Soldier, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Black Panther, Eternals. In the C tier, I got Captain America, the First Avenger, Avengers, Iron Man 3, Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man and the Wasp. In the D tier, I got Iron Man 2, and Guardians of the Galaxy. In the F tier, I have Hulk, Thor, Dark World, Captain Marvel, and Black Widow. Now, tell me your rankings down below. And don't hate me for ranking 2 female-led movies down below. But honestly, Black Widow should have came out earlier during the Civil War breakup part, because that's the part of the story that makes sense, and then introduce this whole team-making thing earlier into phase 4 or phase 3, and then whoa, make us wonder what's happening throughout the whole The MCU. Don't introduce it like it's a new thing coming, but dang, dude. I mean, I understand the whole death part, but you could have put that somewhere else during the MCU. Probably in a Black Widow 2, or at the end of End Game. Because there was nothing at the end of End Game. Yeah. Anyway, alrighty guys, hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please leave a big like down below. And if you guys haven't already, please check out my ranking Scooby-Doo movies tier list right over here. And then check out my most recent video over here. And then subscribe above it. Peace.